Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Vedant Agarwal. Our top focus remains the unprecedented attack on ex-President Donald Trump. There was an assassination bid, something that has been confirmed by the FBI as well. Absolutely dramatic there, how gunshots were fired and that bullet actually pierced through Trump's right ear. In fact, one Trump supporter has been killed in that shootout. Two have been critically injured, is what we've been told. A 20-year-old Pennsylvanian Republican shooter has now been identified and killed. And look at that video. In fact, if you can actually dip in to the audio as well, because this video has now gone viral on social media and has stunned the world as well. And the latest coming in, the director of the Secret Service has been summoned to testify before the U.S. House of Representatives on the 22nd of July. Vishal, what is the significance of this development?
The Secret Service is responsible to, protect the presidents and the ex-president. They guard them all the time. So the questions are being raised that the Secret Service, how did the Secret, such a powerful organization such as the Secret Service, they did not locate the shooter who had come so close to the, stage where Trump was giving his speech. He was just about 150 meters away from the stage, which is quite close. Anyone who is trained to handle that rifle is almost qualified to, hit that target from that range. So questions are being raised on the Secret Service as to how did it fail so spectacularly to, protect the former U.S. president and also who is the leading candidate from the Republican Party. So on July 22nd, the chief of the U.S. Secret Service will be held accountable, will be questioned in front of the U.S. Senate. And that will have a lot of significance because, as I mentioned earlier, it is the U.S. Secret Service that is responsible to protect the president and the former president. There's a chain of command that follows and that acts on various tips. So what went wrong? How did an intruder who was armed with a big rifle, AR-15 rifle to be precise, how did that intruder manage to get inside that area that was supposed to be cleared by the U.S. Secret Service? And he climbed onto the rooftop and fired at least 4 rounds of shots before he was neutralized by the sniper of the U.S. Secret Service. So there are several questions about this that will be answered by the chief of the U.S. Secret Service when the hearing happens on the July 22nd.
Vishal, thanks very much for joining us with the latest here. So as Vishal is reporting, many larger questions remain as to how that shooter managed to evade Trump's security, a multi-layer security there. Though, of course, he says that, there was a quick response from the Secret Service, but many larger questions persist. This, as the FBI has also confirmed the assassination bid, though the motive of the shootout, the motive behind the firing is still unclear, is what the FBI says. That is something that is subject of investigation. Take a look at what the FBI has to say.
This evening we had what we're calling an assassination attempt against our former president, Donald Trump. We also are working closely with other federal agencies, our state partners, and our local police partners as well.
The FBI has maintained the lead on the attempted assassination. PSP will take the lead on the homicide and the shootings of the other individuals in the grandstand area. And so there are a lot of witnesses to be interviewed, a lot of things to be processed. There were some complicators that hopefully the next time we speak we can describe for you, but some complicators that slowed down some of the process.
And well, U.S. leaders have reacted to this as well, including, of course, President Biden, former President Barack Obama, also Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, Biden says that this violence is sick and that America must unite and we cannot condone this violence. Take a look.
He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And so And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people who, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you.
We heard this, and then, like I said, maybe 10, 12 minutes into the speech, we heard this pop, 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 like little snaps, like we talked earlier, that they were, well, we're thinking, how did people get fireworks in here or firecrackers? Because when you're going through Secret Service detail and security, you're not allowed to bring anything in like that. And it was pop, pop. I heard 6 to 8 shots. And there were some other people who had some military backgrounds, like, get down, those are shots. And we all hit the deck.
So what happened was I came back to the bullpen area where, we were sitting, and we hear a succession of what seemed to be fireworks at first. And I'll tell you, you know how fast firecrackers go off. So by the time I hit the second firecracker, I realized that it was a gunshot and not a firecracker. So, and I turned around to see people pointing to a gentleman who I found now is deceased, that a medic is needed. And there was no one in the area that could assist this individual. So I got on my seat, I moved my chairs out of the way, and I jumped over the barricade, and I ran up to the bleachers where the gentleman had just been shot through the head.
And in fact, world leaders have also condemned this absolutely shocking incident, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Well, Prime Minister Modi said that there's no place for violence as far as democracies are concerned. He said, I'm deeply concerned by the attack on my friend Donald Trump, and that he condemns this violence, and that his thoughts and prayers are with the family of the deceased Trump supporters and also other Americans. In fact, Chinese President Xi has also expressed concerns as far as this incident is concerned. The official handle said that China is looking at these developments closely, and that the president has expressed sympathies to former President Trump. Let's take a look at some of the reactions coming in from Zelensky and also Israel's Netanyahu.
Замах на життя Дональда Трампа – жахливий злочин, який можна тільки засуджувати і який демонструє, наскільки серйозні виклики глобально зараз перед демократією. Насильство в жодній формі і ніде абсолютно не повинно взяти гору. Я впевнений, Америка гідно пройде цей виклик. Я бажаю якнайшвидшого відновлення пану Трампу, сил, підтримки усім, хто постраждав. Хай кожен злий умисел зазнає невдач. І хай усі, хто може повертати безпеку, дійсно роблять це.
כולנו צפינו בזעזוע אתמול לניסיון ההתנקשות הנפשע בנשיא לשעבר דונלד טראמפ, מועמד לנשיאות בארצות הברית. זה לא רק פשע נפשע, זה גם ניסיון להתנקש בדמוקרטיה האמריקנית. לשמחתנו טראמפ ניצל בנס, הוא מחלים עכשיו, נראה שהוא חזר לאיתנו. אני מבקש לשלוח לו בשמי, בשם רעייתי שרה, בשם שרי ממשלת ישראל, ובשם עם ישראל כולו, תיחולנו להחלמה מהירה וחזרה לאיתנות מלאה.